Let's take a deeper look here, family. Ultra Supreme Rising to y'all. Ultra Supreme Rising. I'm looking for something. Hold on, give me a second. Wisdom Rising to y'all, man. Wisdom Risings, peace, glory, and absolute greatness to you all. Wisdom Risings, peace, glory, and absolute greatness to you all. Wisdom Risings, peace, glory, and absolute greatness to you all. Come on in, family. Come on in. Listen, I got 30 minutes, so I can't even wait till y'all do 3K likes. I challenged myself to get as much as this download in as quick as possible. We got 30 minutes, family. Let's get it. So, for starters, greetings. You know, if you missed some of this, just go on and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's at SoulRaw, or you can click the link that's actually in my bio with the YouTube icon next to it. Yes, let's get the likes rolling in. Anytime throughout this lecture, I'm asking to donate if you can. You feel what I'm saying? And you shall can, because we not feeding freaking matrices of finite, you know what I'm saying, of lack. We not feeding that. So I expect those who can donate to donate $sign Divine Moral, you know what I'm saying? So let's just go on and get started in this thing. I don't care who in here, I don't care how many people we got. Y'all can get them likes going up, and let's get it. Oh my God, damn, this motherfucker's annoying, but I ain't even about to let you steal my energy. Let's get it. So the title of this lecture is literally Interdimensional Dark Web Mirror Scrying Technology. Now let's just take a deeper look. So, just to give you a little insight on me, I'm really connected to the divine, and I'm highly intuitive, and I'm literally, I'm freaking, like, my psychic abilities is crazy. So, with that being said, you know, I actually been doing this thing. People ask me, right? People be like, why you always cover your phone with black or white tape? I cover my phone because it's a lot going on that y'all don't know, right? I'm really sensitive to energy, and I pick up on a lot of vibrations, a lot of frequencies, a lot of sound, even sound that you can't hear or see, right? So I pick up a lot of energy, and for 3 years, almost 4 years now, I cover all my devices up. I cover my whatever that got a camera in it, I cover up. So if my cell phones, I got 3 cell phones, right? They all got tape on them, right? The camera, the front and back. I got my laptops and shit. They all got tapes on them, right? And I only take off the tape. I only expose myself to the other side of the black mirror, right? I only expose myself to the other side of the black mirror when I am on live, right? That's it. Other than that, I stay away from the black mirror technology, and I'm gonna tell you why. We got 30 minutes. Let's get this shit in. Keep liking the screen, guys. I don't want to have to ask y'all to keep liking the screen. So, let's get started. So the reason why I do that is because, about 4 years ago now, when a lot of a lot of energies was here on the planet, and to cleanse out other energies, or to clear other energies, I should say, and a lot of frequencies was being elevated and fluctuated. Some of us was in hiding, some of us was not in hiding, right? When I say in hiding, a lot of people just had to go put up, right? A lot of people was put up. They put y'all up. They didn't put me up. I never was up. When everybody was on curfews and all that, I was out here doing a whole nother work. You feel what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna speak into that. We ain't gonna even do that. All right. Now, when I was doing this other work, actually in real time, not meditating or nothing, like in real life, when I was doing this other work, I was working for these shadow people or whatever, right? These contractors. And we was doing the type of work where we was like trapping consciousness. Now, I know this shit sound impossible. Like, I literally sound delirious right now, but I don't give a fuck who believes me, who don't believe me. My story never fucking changed. So this happened on all my timelines. This was a major event in my lifetime, on my current existence, for my soul's evolution. You feel me? So no matter which timeline I jump to, no matter which decision I make, this memory is automatically, it's etched indelibly inside my soul. It won't be erased, right? It won't be erased. Not this lifetime, not next lifetime. There's always gonna be, that's how deep it is in my soul. All right, so blase. I started working for these people, and then we was catching souls with black box technology, like actual black box technology. I would fucking hypnotize the souls with using telepathy, and I could actually see them. And I would trap them with street lights, with moonlights, with artificial light. And once they would come to me, because I'm like the magnetic portal or some shit. So once the spirits would come to me, you know, like wanting to attach to me or wanting to be born through me or some shit like that, or wanting to be manifested through me, we would trap them with this technology, this black box, and then the contractors would come over there and they would use this consciousness juice box, and they would drain the fucking energy, the fucking life force out of the spirit, and then the spirit would be really, really small, and they would put it inside this box. So that's when I first experienced, like, oh, it's shit going on, you know, that ain't nobody else really realizing. They done put all y'all in the house. You know, everybody else was in the house. I wasn't in the house, right? Because it didn't make no sense for me to be in the house, right? So that's when I realized that there was way more stuff happening than you could even see, than you could even hear. And this ain't about fear. This is not about fear. This is about truth. I'm here to speak the divine will, the divine truth, the divine moral of my mother and father, ultimate source energy. You feel what I'm saying? So let's go and get a little bit deeper. So 4 years ago when this was going on, I never really knew about interdimensions. I never knew about consciousness in that type of way. It was all new to me. What I did, I wasn't aware of it, right? I knew about it, but I wasn't aware of it. My soul knew. So then I realized that the phones would actually, I caught myself being in a trance. So I would be on the phone, and while I'm on the phone, staring at the phone, I would get sleepy as shit. And so this is how it goes. This is why when you wake up in the morning, if you want to be successful in life, one of the things you cannot do is look at your cell phone within the first hour upon when you wake up. I'm telling you, because that's going to shift your entire timeline. You might even go back to sleep because of the self-induced trance that the cell phone has put you in. Now, we're going to get a little bit deeper. We're going to get fucking deep. I got 30 minutes. Let's go. So, excuse my language, by the way. This is a very topic that's real. So, I already did a lecture on this, right? 3 years ago. But it's time for me to bring it back again, right? Maybe I've attracted more frequencies and more consciousness that this may resonate with, okay? So, I noticed that I started getting these headaches from the technology of the phones and stuff like that, because I'm real sensitive to the 5G and all of that. The 5G is a different type of gateway. It's a different type of portal that allows different type of consciousness and different type of beings to project in, through, and onto, okay? So it's really strong type of technology, right? Now let's get into this a little bit more deeper real quick. I started realizing, I became aware that the actual cell phone itself was basically hypnotizing me or putting me in a trance or putting me in an alpha state. So the actual cell phone, the sound, the light, the vibration, the stuff that I was watching was actually creating a type of nuance, a type of a sound. And that sound was then altering my state of consciousness. And that state of consciousness was then allowing want to say possession in a way, so that a possession as far as the altered state basically takes over your actions and your emotions, and now you're doing something that's not in alignment with your highest reality. Okay, cool. Now, interdimensional dark web mirror scrying technology, right? Now, if you look at the reality, this is a mirror multiverse. This is a mirror multiverse. Why? Because everything is a reflection or reflective or refractive reflection off of itself. Everything. That's why everything has mirror or glass or water, right? Or water, right? Everything is, even if you look at the physical body, and I've said this plenty of times, science proves that the body is 75% water. So the body is a reflection of itself within itself. Just like glass on the car windows, or just like the street signs. Everything is just reflecting light and fucking off of itself. right? Okay, cool. Thank you for the follows, by the way. All right, let's go a little bit deeper now, right? A little bit deeper. So when you're talking about interdimensional, right? You're talking about traveling between spaces, right? You're talking about being at more space than one at any given time span or continuum. When you're talking about interdimensions, you're talking about an entity or beingness or consciousness or aspect that can travel through spaces within spaces, right? So now let me go to the actual freaking definition. So it says interdimensional means existing, right? Existing or traveling between dimensions of space or time, right? Now this is literally what it means. Existing or traveling between dimensions of space and time. That's what interdimensional means. Now the dark web has multiple aspects and other sides, right? Just like this lifetime has other sides and other realities and other realms, the web do too. So when I say dark web, let's try to not to associate this lecture with the concept of evil or wickedness, right? Let's just come from a neutral perspective, because that is the highest perspective. Let's come from a space of neutrality. Let's come from a space of neutrality. Let's identify, let's reconceptualize this, and let's identify the word dark as compared to the word hell, right? The word hell would simply just means to cover or to hide. So when you're dealing with the dark web, you're dealing with information and data that is covered, that is hidden, and that is secret, right? Secret. Now, dark web, when you're dealing with the web, you're dealing with the spider. You're dealing with the spider. So the dark web, when you're dealing with the spider in the web, you're dealing with the number 8, right? You're dealing with the number 8. When you're dealing with the number 8, you're dealing with witchcraft. You're dealing with occult magic. You're dealing with magic. Actually, the number 8 literally means magical manifestation within itself. Okay, that's what you're dealing with when it comes to that particular perspective and concept. So interdimensional is traveling between spaces and dimensions of space or time through the form of a dark web. The dark web is just secret. It's just hidden. It's just invisible. You can't see it. So the Wi-Fi that's linked up to whatever tower right now that's linking through the phone is dark. The reason why it's dark because I can't see it. I can't actually see the freaking electricity or the freaking radio waves that come in from off that cell phone tower and that pings into this phone. I can't see it. But if I send you a text message right now, that same radio frequency, them same sound waves and them same radio waves gonna go smack to your phone, and you're gonna get what you call a text message. You can get a text message. Alright, so now we understand that the web is dealing with the number 8. We understand that the dark web is dealing with dark magic. Now, when I say dark magic, I don't mean evil. I don't mean malicious. However, you can use this type of magic for maliciousness, or you can use this type of magic. But I warn you, if you're out there using mirror magic, that all that shit you put out there, the law of reflection will reflect back to you. And the person that you trying to get not gonna get that shit. You gonna get that shit, and you gonna find yourself fucked up out here. To anybody that's out there doing craziness like that, you feel what I'm saying? Everything is connected. You can't fuck with a chosen one, like, period. So let's go a little deeper. Mirror. Right now, mirror, this is a mirror multiverse, right? Everything, reason why I say mirror, because mirror stands for reflection. Everything here is a reflection of one or another within itself. That's why it could be classified as a mirror multiverse. Now let's talk about scrying. Scrying. Scrying is a way of divination and a tool or a practice to use to access other worlds, like people of the dead or other dimensional selves or your interdimensional selves. You feel what I'm saying? That's what scrying means. Now, if you break down literally the word scrying has crying in it. So it obviously has something to do with your emotions, right? Crying just means you feel overly emotional, right? So if you're crying tears of sadness, this means you feel overly sad to the point that your body cannot contain the sadness, and it manifests as you crying tears. Crying, you can also cry tears of joy. This means that you're overly emotional, like you're overly happy to the point that your body cannot contain the energy of joy, and it manifests as you crying in tears. So we understand that scrying is emotional, right? And it affects your emotional body. We also understand that water is emotion, right? And how we move these emotions, because we're just constantly moving emotions, this entire process, this entire transformational process in alchemical science of death or transformation, because the number 8 is scorpionic, right? The number 8 is sex, death, rebirth, transformation. You know what I'm saying? Secrets, right? That's why they be like, oh, you a Scorpio, you secret. Or you mystic, right? Mystic. Wow. When you're talking now, number 8 carries all of that mystic, right? Mysterious, magical. You feel what I'm saying? Even, right? Also, if you look at the number 8, you got as above, so below. As within, so without. It's all contained in the circles, right? And circles, if you look at a circle, this is something that light reflects all around and off of. That's why it's using the number 8. Just like if you're doing crystal ball or whatever, it gives you the concept of if you set the crystal ball in the middle of the flow and you got your people around like that, everybody can basically tap into the extra dimensional concepts that the visions that the ball will bring through, right? Okay, so that was just the title that we just tapped in. Boom. Now we're taking a deeper look. Let me move out this way a little bit so y'all can see this thing. So these now it's something I posted on one of my posts I just posted, right? It was the definition of scrying. Let's go check that out real quick. I don't have a lot of time. I gotta go. I just wanted to really tap into this perspective. So scrying media encompass reflective, refractive, or luminescent surfaces like crystals, mirrors, water, fire, or smoke. Some practitioners even close their eyes, engaging in eyelid scrying. Methods of scrying often induce self-induced trances using media like social media, crystal balls, or even modern technology like smartphones. So years ago, I never even really knew what scrying was. I just knew that the phone was putting me in a trance, and that when it would put me in a trance, I would not do what the hell I planned to do that day. You feel what I'm saying? And this was like 4 years ago, before I was aware. Once you become aware, though, it can't affect you. That's why I'm bringing it to your awareness, so that, greetings, y'all. Greetings. How you doing, the Eternal Blue Flame? That's why I'm bringing it to your awareness. A lot of y'all, whatever. I ain't got time to do none of that. Let's just go on and tap into it. So, let's get it. That was the concept right there. Now I got a few notes, right? I got just a small little bit right there. So when we're talking about the web, the dark web, we're actually talking about the other aspects of the other sides of the internet. A lot of people know to stay away from the other side of the internet, right? So when you're talking about the internet, you're actually talking about interdimensional. You're actually talking about something that's interdimensional, or you're talking about a vehicle to where you can interdimensionally travel on, because it's interdimensional is about traveling between dimensions. So you're talking about the dark web, or the internet is used to travel between dimensions. And it says itself that the cell phones or the smartphones are a method of scrying. Scrying is you contacting other freaking interdimensional freaking beings and consciousness and dead people and stuff like that. Okay. That's clear. All right. Now, Now, there is a concept of the interdimensional UFO hypothesis. They're saying that the interdimensional hypothesis is a proposal that unidentified flying object sightings are the result of experiencing other dimensions that coexist separately along the side of our own, in contrast with either. Right? So that's what they're saying, that if you see a spaceship, that the spaceship is literally traveling from another dimension to that dimension. That's why it be gone so damn fast. Really, it's not even outer you, it's inner you. That's why it's called interdimensional. It's not outer nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So let's just tap in a little bit more. So when you're dealing with the internet, you're dealing with what I like to call the cosmic highway. The cosmic highway. A live broadcast, right? This is, we're freaking playing a character in a live broadcast. And this live broadcast is casting freaking currently, through interdimensionally, right? And the reason why it's interdimensionally, because it's called the internet. It's called the internet, okay? So when you're talking about net, right? Inter means within. Net, you're talking about a little nuisance, a little bug, a little spirit that flies, right? So you're talking about gnats are like irritating ass parasites. You know what I'm saying? When gnats come around, everybody be ready to just get annoyed, like just smack them. And you know that gnats deal with the number 8. They deal with witchcraft. That's why when a lot of people, you might not have no gnats, right? Somebody may have experienced this, right? I don't know. I haven't, but I'm just bringing it through. Let's say you might not have had, you cleaned your house, you might not have no gnats, no fruit or nothing in your house. But all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you just be seeing the gnats, the internets just manifest. Right? They just manifest out of nowhere. You're like, where the fuck all these gnats come from? They are traveling interdimensionally through the internet. The internet is more than just your laptop and your cell phone. The internet is encompassing this entire freaking media. This entire media. Let's dig deeper. Because I have to go. I gotta get this as fast as I can, right? I challenged myself. I said, let's see if we can get this message out within 30 minutes. Make sure y'all keep liking the screen. So, when you're talking about net, you're talking about a negatively extraterrestrial, right? Or you're talking about a fruit fly. Either way, it's enter you and it's enter your net. And it's something that we're all connected and we're all broadcasting, because the sun has to emit its personality. That's why it's personal only to you. That's why only you can do the job that you came here to do. All right, so let's go a little bit deeper. So we know that the internet is dealing with parasites. Whoo, Ashe. We know that the internet is dealing with parasites. We also know that the World Wide Web is dealing with spider webs, and that's dealing with witchcraft at number 8. We also know that dark magic, right? Dark white magic is what I'm calling this. I'm calling this dark black white magic. Like dark white black magic. Literally. It's all invisible, hidden, and can't be seen, and colorless. Right? So you're talking about a highway, an interdimensional. Now, interdimensional is traveling between dimensions. So you're talking about the internet being a space highway that consciousness and entity and beings use to travel through dimensions. This body is a dimension. It's a 3-dimensional shape. It's a length. It's a width. It's a depth. D-E-P-T-H. It's a cube. Right? This body, you look and it looks like a person, but it's really it's really a cubicle. It's really a cube. You feel what I'm saying? It appears to be a sphere. It appears to be a sphere with a head and 2 arms and 2 legs, like Allah, but it's really a cube. It's a 3-dimensional cube. So if it's 3-dimensional and if it's a shape, then it deals with geometry. If it deals with geometry and it deals with, so you're telling me that we're using shapes to basically reflect and basically transmit light to travel, right? Because you are more than what they saying you are, is what I'm saying. There's nothing outside of you doing this. I was telling y'all years ago that we are Well, I am an interdimensional space traveler. I'm aware of this about myself. And I'm just trying to bring the awareness to y'all too. You ain't got to accept it. You ain't got to accept it. But this going to activate something within you. So I noticed that when I put the tape on my phone, I'm good. I don't get drowsy. I'm not getting sleepy. And I only just expose myself to it when I'm going live. I don't care how weird I look. I don't give a fuck who says, why you got the tape on your phone? A lot of people ask me that. And I don't explain it. I just say, I'm weird like that. That's what I'm weird like that. And I just accept that shit and keep it moving. Right? Certain people, you'll know what vibration they may be on. You may can explain it in depth just a little bit. But I was guided to go on and give it to y'all this way today. So, we almost out of here. I got to go. Let me go. I'm sorry, but I had to challenge myself and say, let's get this information out. So, when you're talking about the gnat, you're talking about something that's just negatively oriented. Because when you hear gnats and you see gnats, this deals with negative energy and negative consciousness. You feel what I'm saying? So, we know that it's parasitical. It's basically. So, then you got your mirror multiverse. So, we're mirror multiverse traveling. That's just traveling through your own reflection. Yes. That's traveling through your own reflection. Okay? So when you're traveling through your own reflection, this is a form of time travel called mirror multiverse travel, right? Now, let's tap into this internet and this World Wide Web just a little deeper. When you go online, there are domains, there are portals. Each domain is an subdivision of a type of portal. So why in the fuck are there portals? And every time I go on the World Wide Web, which is the internet highway, using my phone, which is a scrying black white magic. So those who don't believe in magic, you're performing magic all the time on yourself. Yes, there are interdimensional consciousness that is between the freaking portals of the cell phones and the smartphones and all of that, but you still are it. These are just unknown aspects of yourself. The reason why they're unknown and they're dark. Dark just means you don't know. They're secret. And that's why we're talking about the number 8 here. These are secret, hidden aspects of yourself that you're not aware of, that if you would be too aware of, it may overwhelm you in some way. You may feel scared or something like that. All right, boom. So the internet has portals. It's an actual highway. The internet is a interdimensional highway, right? That we use our reflection to travel through. Remember, dark is not associated from this perspective as evil, wickedness. It's not that, right? We're not moving in that fashion. We're moving from a space of neutrality. That's why I called it dark, black, white mirror scrying technology. Dark, black, white mirror scrying technology. And of course, you have to use your emotions when you're scrying. You have to conjure up anger, or you have to conjure up happiness. Either way, you have to conjure up some type of emotional state or altered state of being. So, black, white mirror scrying technology, magic, not only can be used to see the past, the present, or future, aka crystal ball madness, right? It can also be used to transform the past, the present, and the future. Remember, we're dealing with the World Wide Web here, which means we're dealing with the number 8. We're dealing with the number 8. We're dealing with transformation. We're dealing with rebirth. We're dealing with life. We're dealing with timelines. We're dealing with time. 8 deals with time. So we're dealing with timelines. If we're dealing with timelines, you mean to tell me that you can use the cell phone to alter my timeline if I am unconsciously aware of how you're using it? You got to really, really understand yourselves. Right here, what we're doing is we're just gaining a deeper and a more in-depth perspective of who we truly are and the power that we truly hold as a people, as an individual, as a consciousness, as a soul, as a spirit, as a magnetic force, as a magnetic consciousness, as source. So, you can use the scrying, right, which is the smartphone. You can use the smartphone to actually get visions. You can use, remember, the smartphone actually scries a method of scrying, so it puts you in a self-induced trance. This self-induced allows altered states of consciousness or altered states of beings to travel through your internet. Once it travels through your internet, it can then possess. And possess just means the cause of your actions, right? That's what I'm just saying. Not like evil, possess, demon, although it can be that way. I've seen that. Really seen that in real time. So, your present moment can be altered or transformed through the internet or the World Wide Web, right? This is why scrying media or social media is a type of scrying through the media. When we're scrying through the media, that's why they say comparison is the thief of joy. When you're scrying through the media on your social media, you're seeing other people's images and their lives and what they want you to think that you see. And sometimes you can feel lack. This can activate the vibration of lack, and that is the thief of joy because it's not your original truth. It's not the original truth. The original truth is you are abundant, and there's nothing more abundant than you, right? So there is no finite. That's an illusion. So when you cry, right? We already broke that down. When you cry, you're either over emotional, and this is how the possession can come in, because if you feel overly emotional about anything, overly happy or overly sad, you're calling these or conjuring, right? Because crying is scrying. And so you're basically conjuring up entities or beingness or consciousness, then they attach to you or they attract to you, right? And when they attract to you, they can influence your act, because act is in the word attract. They can influence the way you act. Why? Because it's magic. Why? Because it's portals, it's domains, it's interdimensional space traveling. All right, so this is how people attract. If you're in the vibration of fear and you're scared, you attract entities that are associated with the vibration of fear or scariness, or you attract entities that want to feed on negative emotions. If you're too happy, you attract entities and timelines and consciousness that feeds on positive emotions. There is a polarity to everything. Either way, this is a food source, and you're gonna be ate or be eaten or both. You feel what I'm saying? So the cry, right? Once the possession, when you're dealing with the possession, you're dealing with the influencing of the actions, right? So not only can you see the time present and the present, past, and future, because 8 is dealing with the number of time and mastering your craft through time, and this is us mastering the dark arts through the illusion of space and time, because Earth is in the actual dark space. All right, so now we got to that point. I think I absolutely did good with this, right? Now we got to that point, the scry or the cry is the nuance of consolidation. And that's where I'm going to leave it at. The nuance. The nuance just is a sound. It's actually a reconstructed sound that's a little bit different. So every time you're on the cell phone, what happens is you get into this trance and you're receive visions. But these visions you're unaware of because they coming through the pineal gland on a spiritual or a soul level, or as they alter your brain states. They actually alter. It's you altering yourself because you're the one holding the phone in your hand. So it's your free will to stare into the black mirror or the cell phone device, right? Literally it's your decision. Now, if you know about contacting other worlds, you can get you a black mirror or a smartphone, and you can contact other entities. You can even contact the dead. If you stare at your cell phone screen long enough, you will start to see visions. Why? Because it's a method in the form of scrying media, right? So one more thing before we go. I drew something that was in my imagination today, and so this is what I call the interdimensional Stargate. So as you can see, the center of it is the number 8. So I'm seeing this from a 8th dimensional perspective. You have your dimensions inside a dimensions inside a dimension, but then you have your 8, which is enter. And it looks like an arrow because it's telling you that you got to go within. You got to go within yourself. You already are within yourself. You are yourself inside out. You are yourself upside down. You are yourself front and backwards, right? So with this being said, you know, you are an interdimensional stargate. You are the number 8. But you are also the squares around the number 8, because that is the body. That is the emotional body. That is the ethereal body. That is the mental body. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it there. Listen, I love y'all. I gotta go. I can't wait around. I gotta go. Peace. I'm gonna catch y'all on. Maybe we can redo this. Maybe I can go a little deeper. We'll see how everybody responded. Thank you. I love you. If I ain't say ha. Peace.